Game time.
Game time.
We are here.
Big building.
Yes, sir. Yeah. First time we had 4, bro.
Man.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Want to open us up, dear brother Abdul?
Yeah.
Open us up and pray. Let's get this thing cracking, bro.
Again?
Yeah, man. Again,
We open
man.
on the mic. Yes,
All
sir.
right, bet,
Let's do it.
bet. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Irrahmanirrahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim. Graybill Mac Dubilayhim Waledolim. Hast thou seen him who belies religion? That is the one who is rough to the orphan and urges not the feeding of the needy. Woe to the praying ones who are unmindful of their prayer, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. I mean,
Yes, sir.
Islamism.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
sir.
is the
Yes, sir.
Godcast for real right now.
the Godcast. This is the Godcast.
Yeah,
The Ascension.
man. Yeah, the Ascension. That's right, bro. Yeah, and after last week, I almost pulled out on him because I was feeling terrible, bro. Like, I was feeling bad, and he checked me. He was like, "Yeah, we could reschedule, but we doing this.
Let's do it."
Nah, and he did it. He did it. Like it was subtle
did
too.
it.
Yeah, we did it. But we did it because you was like. You pulled it. You were a lieutenant, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, you went in last week.
No, you went.
praises due
No,
to Allah.
yeah,
Y'all went in. Y'all went in.
he's lieutenant of the nation, bro. So but he literally you were operating in your role as lieutenant, with an enlisted soldier, because the soldier was like, "Man, I'm not sure if I could do it, Cat." And then you was like, well, no, we got it, bro. Come on, it's that time. And when you told me that, and you didn't even tell me nothing. Like I felt your intention, and that's literally that's all I needed to just be like, to snap out of that funk of of I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. So we came and then we did it, and you heard it, and it was just fire.
Touching on that and touching that segues right into what I was saying, right?
Let's go.
So
jumping
dig it,
in
right?
now. You jumping in.
Dig it. We were just talking about Kevin saying we were talking about the responsibility of black women, and I said it's not only black women, it's also black men, right? So see,
Definitely.
respect is earned and it's not given. Right?
Yes, sir.
And if it's not earned when it's deserved, that it has to be taken. Right? I was about to curse, but I'm trying to stop that. Right? It has to be taken at that point. Right? And the only way to take it is to move and function in times to where you may not even want to. But it's the thing that has to be done. And when we say that black women don't respect us, even when some of us deserve to be respected, then we gotta take it, not take it in a manner where we gotta put our hands, because that's not real respect.
Absolutely.
But we have to conquer. We gotta be conquerors again, because the opposite of a conqueror to me is a coward.
Yeah.
Right. So
Bitch. I'll curse. Go ahead. Continue, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, yes, sir. So if we're not conquering a world that conquered us, then we're not really giving nothing to nobody enough to respect us. The white man don't respect nothing but blood. Women don't respect nothing but the ability to be laid at heaven at once. See, we look for them to look aesthetically pleasing. They look for us to create a world for them that's aesthetically pleasing. And who got all the aesthetics? The white man. He got the Gucci, he got the Louis Vuitton, he got the mansions, he got the jobs, he got the he got the Range Rovers. He got everything that they desire, and he's put that in their minds through clever marketing. And then they look at us like, this nigga can't provide this lifestyle that the white man just sold me. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: even these women that want all of this shit, they still get turned on when they see clips of Malcolm X, and Malcolm X was broke. They get turned on.
Bro,
they get turned on by clips. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, and Martin Luther King was broke. So it's a dual dynamic. The woman sees a real man and hears a real man speaking that won't bow down even if death is at his front door. And then she sees another man, right, who might bow down, who might buckle, but can bring her the pleasing aesthetics that she wants in her life to create comfortability, right? So if she don't see either one of those, the man don't got nothing and his knees buckle, bend, and break for other men, then how can I respect that? And the other dude that can give me what I want, I may not respect him, but I'll ride with him because she understands the family dynamic. She's looking for the future, or he can provide this for me and my children.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Word.
I can't drop this mic, but I would.
So, I mean, agreeing with everything you're saying, right?
Right.
So my point was, at what point, knowing that, do you, once again, I know, like you said, with all of those things, it's work to be done. It's focuses. We need to be focused, right?
Yeah.
On a mission, on building a nation. I'm focused on building a nation. I'm focused on acquiring resources. I'm focused on acquiring land. I'm focused on drastically shifting the generation. I'm focused on astronomical, nationwide, macro things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play that. I can't, knowing that, right? Knowing that we are up against $1 billion in marketing against our people. Everything you're saying is conscious of it.
Right.
So how much energy do you put into energies that don't want to get in alignment with that?
So
Right? How much energy, or do you take a second and you step back and you just say, whoever wants to get in alignment, you get in alignment. And if you don't want to get in alignment, that's cool, but I can't make you. I personally, it don't matter who don't respect me, right? Because I demand respect anywhere I go. If you don't respect me, that's on you. That's your loss.
Yeah.
If you don't respect what's going on, if you don't see what's going on, if you don't see the nation building that's going on, if you don't see me making $1 billion plays right now, that's on you. Like I said, I can't, and I'm not, and I'm not gonna. I don't feel bad for it, because when you, it's the time is too high. The energy is too high. It's too much going on for people who still want to play. I agree, you still want to chase the Range Rovers and all the Gucci, then I can't. If you won't understand that right now is not the time to be chasing Gucci bags and all that right now, then what? Come on, what can I do? You get what I'm saying? They pushing vaccines. This is real. It's real. We don't got no land. You know what I'm saying? Everything you said, I'm in alignment with, which is why I do have more of a assertive energy when it comes to dealing with women. And I do have more of a serious energy because I don't have the time to be played with. I don't have the time to be toyed with. I don't have the mental capacity to be distracted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I'm focused. I'm focused on $1 billion plays. You get what I'm saying? Literally, that's where my mind is at. So I don't. If a woman don't see that and don't acknowledge that and don't want to say I honor that and I want to get in line with that, it's Islam to you. Bless you, sister.
So let me say something.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let my brother go. Because
You gonna be quick? Go ahead.
Okay, so I understand exactly what you said.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with an 85%er, you could only expect dumb, deaf, and blind behavior. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
it's just like me. I've tried to bring women into the Nation of Islam. Now, knowing that they don't have any training, they don't have any civilization skills, knowledge of self, none of that, right? When it didn't work, it was my fault. You feel me? Knowing that the women that's already in the nation is already being trained to submit to their man, to be able to make a home, right? To be able to take care of family and to be able to be nutritionalists, right? You know what I'm saying? So now I can't complain about the women that's in the world when I'm choosing somebody who's already been poisoned by the white man and never took the antidote.
Facts. Absolutely.
And I feel that. And I feel that 100%. And my main thing was basically to always stay aligned with that because your work is the most important thing. Is your purpose. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're not on your purpose, what are you living for? What are you here for? You know what I mean? I come from like the type of basic little proverbs like you don't use it, you lose it. So like, you know, God gave you the most valuable gift in the universe, life, right?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it? You
Right.
sit here and you know chase things
Right.
that don't even really exist and you can't take with you anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know this is all temporary. You're only here to be doing work, but you ain't worried about your work or even finding out what your work is to get to work so you can get that work done.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
When man's is on this
Your
game,
divine destiny.
you know, in
Yeah.
kingship and godship, one should be, if they really in their purpose, one's are doing God's work, right?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
in essence of that, if you come across a sister at the grocery store, and sister at the grocery store is hip, equipped, and on game with doing whatever you need for your bidding on your works, but shorty over here at the mosque or shorty over here at the temple ain't really with it. Shorty over here at the temple at the mosque, she got something that her mama gave her that got a little chip on her shoulder. Or maybe she don't got the chip on her shoulder. Maybe she just lacked the emphasis of ambition or even the discipline of submission, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe she's in to the mosque and into the temple because she know she cannot submit. So she's working that. You still got to do your works. Sister's got to do her works though too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in essence of that, when it comes down to being firm, you know, like you said, you know what I mean? We aren't gonna be out here grabbing girls by their ponytail and, you know, Neanderthaling. The main vein is to uphold firm within the spiritual matter, within one's square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you stand in your ground and upholding that, the woman's going to respect that because that is that Malcolm X, that is that Martin Luther.
Yeah.
When they was broke, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what money I got and don't got. Like, yo, you made your choice. I done told you what it is. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm standing on. It's the four corners.
Facts.
Make a choice.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Now they left to either make the choice, cry about it, or sit there and you know submit.
Yeah.
It's just their divine place in nature and uphold the benefits.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Now, from the culture of today, really don't matter about differences in so-called, you know, race, black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever, because they all got the same poison, toxic upbringing.
Yes, sir.
They all got
Yes,
the
sir.
same poison background, whether they was raised in the family righteously or not. By the time TV hit them, dunno, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the essence is finding the one that works with you doing your work.
Facts. Yes, sir.
I agree.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm not even. I don't even believe in the one.
The ones. You want to get your harem up? Get your harem up. Get your
Already,
harem
bro.
up.
Already.
Get your harem up. But make sure your harem is not just pleasure based.
Right.
If your
Oh,
thing
absolutely, bro.
is building
Absolutely.
you, then there's no better pleasure.
Nah.
You know, I done been with women that were not of the utmost, let's say, glamorous
Nah.
to the eye, right?
Yeah.
But and you getting into this right now. This is what I told you. But when it came down to what we was doing behind closed doors,
Right.
see me like
Yeah.
outside in the street, you maybe just regular clothes, whatever. You know what I mean? But behind closed doors, you go ahead and you glam up for the king. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and you put on that nice dress or whatever, just around the house or whatever, just in the backyard while we chilling and it's just me and you, whatever, doing those queen things for the king.
Yeah.
Not for the world.
Yeah. Yes,
Sam?
sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So, if you want to get your harem up, again, it should be purpose based.
It has to be purpose.
Because that
It's gotta-
purpose is
yeah.
always going to full circle pleasure, but pleasure is not always going to full circle purpose. And 99% of the time, pleasure will distract you from purpose.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course, Islam. Definitely, of course. Nobody. Like, once again, did you not hear Did you not hear my opening
Monologue?
My opening monologue, right? You know, Adam knows. We know where and I overstand. I am a micro and macro.
Yeah.
So I do go a little bit more harder for the Asiatic man because we are not as low as we've been programmed to perceive ourselves to be.
Absolutely.
We are a part of the leaders of the world. We are a part of the highest earners of the world. We are a part of the general sight of the world. The world does look to us. The world does respect us.
Yeah.
Now we can always point to, the few, the Bushes and the Rothschilds and the Rockefeller. Yeah, we can point to them and say they don't fine, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we can go anywhere on this planet and get respect.
Absolutely.
We can go anywhere on this planet and be saluted.
Yeah.
We can go anywhere on this planet and be revered.
Yes, sir.
Just for our presence.
Yes, sir.
We walk in, and even on the micro, we walk into a room. When we walk into a restaurant, it's a smile. We raise the vibration. We walk in, anywhere we walk into, the vibration is immediately raised.
Yeah, man.
Smile and vibration, we raising heads.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Immediately out the gate, the vibration is raised.
Absolutely.
Bringing in questions to one's mind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
On the mic, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
So
Yeah.
with that knowledge of self, yes, there is a level of accountability. There's a level of, hey, I know you see it. I know y'all know what's going on, right? And as we said, you said those y'all got the toys. Y'all can go have the toys. Y'all can have the good jobs and the nice cars and the bags, and that's cool. And I'm not in opposition. This is free world. Go get the cool bags and the nice cars and all of those fancy toys. That I've experienced that. I've dated women who had that. I've been in those relationships. I've seen it. I've experienced it. The mansions and the cars and all that and the fiat. Yeah. The fiat is not going to replace the Asiatic man.
No, sir.
It can't.
Nope.
It's not.
Nope.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
But what see, my perspective is that being men, if we do not seek to dominate and control, then there's something wrong with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
If we don't seek to elevate our minds to the highest level of consciousness, to live by principles of truth, then the reality is people can admire our characteristic traits. They can admire our abilities, right? But they're not admiring us for who we are naturally. Who we are naturally is the father and the mother of civilization.
Yes,
just imagine his children coming here and kicking us out and telling us what to do, and he can't say nothing to them because they run him too.
Yes, sir.
This is what's going on in the world, and
Absolutely.
naturally,
Absolutely.
see. We never knew about working 18 hours a day to be wealthy. We never knew about having to start a business to be wealthy. We never knew it. You know why? Because we had the gold, we had the natural metals and the natural resources right up under our feet. We were naturally wealthy.
Absolutely.
We had so much wealth naturally that we could give away billions of dollars and still be eating, and it wouldn't even affect our bottom line. And this is why when people came to us, we were never xenophobic. We never feared people coming from other places. We never feared people who didn't have much, because we said, "Oh, you don't got it? Oh, we got a surplus. Boom, take that." So now we're in this, but it made us naive too, right?
Yeah.
Because we didn't understand the struggle, right? We didn't understand that when a person is not grounded in righteous principles and they struggle, they become treacherous, right?
Facts.
And individuals who have recessive characteristics that have not known, that didn't know that they had recessive characteristics, when they come around people who have dominant characteristics, it sparks rage and jealousy inside the hearts of those individuals.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right? So it put us in a position to where people were able to manipulate us because we were direct and forward and truthful, and we didn't, we understood espionage and war, but we didn't use it to a sense to completely annihilate and destroy people.
Yes, sir.
So now we're in a world where everything is flipped upside down. The so-called third world is really the first world, and the first world is really the third world. And the richest people on the planet are naturally the poorest people on the planet, and the poorest people on the planet are naturally the wealthiest people on the planet. And something inside of us, right? It ain't just, see, the white man is pulling on what's on our nature. A devil devalues.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Satan devalues, and he makes devils. Right? Anything grafted from the original is devil. So if they can take us from our original way of living and thinking and breathing and acting, and then attract you to something that's naturally yours anyway, which is wealth and prosperity. We ain't need a prosperity doctrine from no damn preacher for us to understand that prosperity was a natural thing. We didn't need a law of attraction because God placed us in a place on this planet, wherever we wanted to be. Actually, we could be, but we chose the best parts, right? And those best parts had everything that we needed, and now we have nothing that we need.
Well, let me, I don't know if you had something to say.
Nah, bro. Nah. Continue.
Right,
Adam, the facilitator.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. Yes, sir.
you playing referee, huh?
Absolutely. That's nice, bro.
Flag on the play.
Get your whistle. Yeah, man.
20-yard penalty.
For
You
real,
off
right?
the mic for 5 minutes.
Right? Straight up. Technical foul. Timeout.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nah, but okay, yeah. So I wanted to just really tap in. I feel the science that you breaking down, but I want to keep it as much folly free as possible, because one of the things that we really have to keep in mind is how much misinformation we have been given from time till day. You know what I mean? So I feel like, and this is just me, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like you giving the pale skin way too much power. They didn't influence us like that. We fell. We jumped into it. You know what I mean? We jumped to serve and to worship and give our time and attention to the gods of Europe.
We assisted the process because of the time.
Well, I mean, we started it. We started the process. I mean,
You're right.
You take it back to
We
Yaakov.
created
You can
them.
take it before.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yes, sir.
I mean, the thing is, everything comes full circle. And being the master scientists that we were, especially in ancient times, we knew that. You know what I'm saying? So whether ones were wherever they were, the thing is, it was never on them. It was always on us, just like it is right now. It's not on them to free us, just like it wasn't on them to encage us. We encaged and enslaved ourselves. It's not like you set up a trap for a animal or something in the forest and it doesn't cage itself. It walked into that trap. It had the choice. It seen something around the cheese or whatever it was. It seen something. It was like, my intuition don't feel right, but man, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, right? So, whatever it was that the thing is, we didn't hold our own discipline. We didn't hold our own knowledge of self. We didn't hold up to our substantiality and our dignity of what genuinely, genetically, cosmically we truly are. And from that, thus the consequences began. So coming forward and not going backwards is what must be done. We got to go forward in all essence. And that's where I always come back to the shit coming down to the purpose. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be about what is flipped upside down, because it ain't flipped upside down. We still the richest people. We still run the land. The third world, just like you said, is the first world. But they know that. We the ones that don't know that. It's only the alluded that it's been flipped up to. And what can be alluded but the mind? But if man is mind, then that's the whole point. We have to come back to what we actually are, not what we've been told. We have to come back to what things actually are, not what we've been told they are, because we've been told that this is the third world and that these people are poor. But that third world got all the fruit. Bob Dole's in that third world putting his label on all the banana grows. Matter of fact, he couldn't even do it with the real banana, so he had to make his own hybrid banana, and that's the thing that we got up in the grocery store today. Whether you going organic or not, it ain't a real banana.
Understood.
You hear that, Godcast? Listen up. You're not eating bananas, homie. It's just not happening. Go to the little Mexican spot around the corner if you're on the West Coast, if you're on the East Coast. Hit up your local bodegas. Try to build with the you know what I mean, the little the Caribs, the Central Americans. They got the nays, man. They got the real fruits. You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it to where like we core generated with the realness as much as possible, because like I said, folly is everywhere. Folly is flying left and right. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. It's like they have to give the truth, but because they know that's universal law, they're gonna smash the truth with as much bullshit as possible, so you can't even tell what you eating. All you know is the good parts. You're like, I really don't like pickles, but you know what? It's okay, because this is a really good sandwich.
Yes,
You don't know that most of that sandwich is straight up bullshit. Just like all of us, I'm pretty sure at this table came up on McDomination.
Facts. That's good, bro.
He said big domination.
So if that being the case, I'm sure all of us at this table to the day do not eat McDomination.
No.
I hope.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, man.
So with that being said,
I don't even eat meat, so
good and healthy?
Yeah, man.
Good and healthy? Okay. I just had to double check.
So-
You know, they got veggie burgers, so I had to check good and healthy over here. Good and healthy be cheating, you know what I'm saying? I be having to stay on my little bro head.
That's not cheating. bro.
He don't eat.
You said that's
he don't
not
eat
cheating.
McDonald's though, bro. He don't eat McDonald's. You don't eat McDonald's.
Hold on,
bro.
it's
You don't
not.
eat McDonald's,
I
bro.
don't eat McDonald's.
Okay.
But it's not cheating. It's about
Beyond Burger from Carl's Jr.
it's about understanding, like you said, having grace with ourselves, understanding we are constantly marketed to, constantly engulfed in a society that we are submerged in unhealthiness.
Yes, sir.
It's a miracle to be healthy
Yeah.
in our society
Yeah.
because we are extremely engulfed in it. So it's okay that you're not perfect.
Absolutely.
That's all. That's all Hood and Healthy is about. It's okay that you're not immaculate every single day because you are up against a multi-trillion-dollar system that's pushing you to be unhealthy.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you even are aware of being healthy is a blessing, and it is a part of the overall life journey because we're trying to accomplish a better quality of life overall.
Yes, sir.
Not just be a do-gooder for today.
Yes, sir. They're both chefs, by the way. That's what they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, sir.
plant-based chef,
Yeah.
urban gardener,
Yes, sir.
alchemist,
Praise be to Allah.
essential oil creator,
Yes, sir.
Right.
herbalist, tincture make. Like I do it all.
okay.
But even with that, I still accept that I live in the hood, and I still accept that I want
Right.
BS sometimes.
I understand.
And I'm not going to. I'm already. It's like you said, dominate, right? I dominate my flesh, but it doesn't mean that I treat my flesh like he's my enemy. He's not. He's a part of this existence, right? Like you said, if your child come in here and say, "Hey, everybody got to get out," you're not going to beat your child to death because they came. You're going to say, "No, we run the show. I'm the parent. Go sit down.
Yeah.
I love you.
Sit down.
Go sit down."
It's time to sit down. Absolutely.
I give you you give your children get a piece of cake from time to time, right? You give them, you reward them
Yeah.
or be lenient
Yeah.
from time to time out of love.
Yes, sir. And we've had this conversation
Yeah.
before in regard to him being a stickler, bro. And we need.
He's a stickler.
He's a stickler. We know.
And
we know
that's
what we get
okay.
with
It's
him, bro.
needed.
We need it.
It's
we
needed.
need it. We need it. Yeah.
I respect the stickler and I appreciate the stickler for continuing to hold me accountable. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go on, stickler. Yes, sir.
Go on.
Cold shame. Hold up here a minute now. Wait a minute. Now, wait up. You said, I like the analogy you used first off, because that's the whole thing. It's higher self and lower self, right? You talking about carnal man, the flesh, right? The carnal. That being said, if that's the conversation that's going on between higher self and lower self, Allah and the flesh, then why would you give the worst cake that you could find? Why wouldn't you go get that dope cake, that real super bango bomb cake that don't got no sugar, but it tastes like it got sugar cake? That cake that's like, wait, hold up. Is this really cake? Cake.
Yeah. Yeah.
See me? Because
That's a good question.
like that's
Damn
the
good
point.
question.
Like
Yeah.
if you really on the purpose, you know that what you give in your body is like you feeding your child.
Facts.
So you only want to give it the best, especially if that's the child of Allah that is operating this life path, right? So on this journey, like I need this vehicle to operate at its utmost highest potential.
Yes, sir.
And beyond the potential, I need to have the highest potency to get the highest experience and experiments done out of my work. So I need fuel.
So
Yes, sir.
That begs the question. Islam in agreement with all of that. Now, my point was, in the very few rare instances that you aren't giving the best, do you demonize, shame, and guilt yourself for not giving the best? Or do you accept that you can just, okay, you did that, now you move forward and you continue to give the best?
That's right.
Like you've been doing the vast majority of the time.
Continue. Yes, sir.
I don't think you demonize it, right? But you have to understand. It's certain things that I do that will be left unnamed currently, but that I struggle with. And I'm like, why the fuck I keep doing it? And I'm asking myself these questions, right? And at certain points, so we got to understand that coming from the hood, coming from dysfunctional people, coming from situations to where we're practicing discipline in areas that are unnatural. It's unnatural for us to have to pick between what's so-called organic and what's so-called not. You know what I mean? Everything was natural. The word organic is unnatural because now it's separating what is supposedly in its correct state from what is not. You know what I mean? What has been manipulated from what has not been manipulated. But then when you factory farm, even if it's organic, it's still not natural. It's not wild. You know what I mean?
Conventional.
Right. So it's still farmed in a way to where, you know what I mean, they can maximize profits, et cetera, without using pesticides and genetically modified seeds. But the reality of the situation is those things are unnatural. So now we live in a world where we have to make unnatural decisions to try to get back to our natural selves, which is in itself oxymoronic, which is a contradiction. You know, I have to have discipline to get to my natural self. Well, why can't you be your natural self? Because the world is not in its natural state. And we don't mean the trees growing however, the way they wanted to go and there's no civilization and people living in huts and teepees and stuff like that. That's not necessarily the world in its natural state, but it's a continuity or it's a congruency between man and nature. There's a mutual respect, right?
Facts.
Right, a symbiosis, perfect word, right? So now, because I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my sins. I know about the Carl's Jr., Beyond Burger because I done went there myself. You know what I'm saying?
And my point to you, Mo, is that it's okay that you have done that because you are still on the journey.
It's okay. I don't.
Hear me out.
I don't.
Hear me out.
Well, no, that's you. That's you. That's you.
Hear me out.
No.
You're right. You got
I already heard you out.
You're right.
Right.
It's okay because you're on the journey.
Right now,
Right.
now, hear me out. See, I'm the type of person. The more something bothers me, the more I get the energy up enough to do something about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'll let things bother me and trouble me because I know that that's just an indicator for me that I have to do something. Or my mind is just gonna it's gonna trouble me so much to where it's gonna urge me to do something. And I was telling him last week that's what I believe stress and depression and those things is is a compass.
Yes, sir.
That's the thing that you need to change is making you feel this way. So change the shit so you don't feel this way. You know what I
Facts,
mean?
man. Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So the reality is I shouldn't be doing that, and I'm not going to justify it. I know I shouldn't be doing it. After I do it, I feel like, damn, why the hell did I do that? Or it's just one time though. That's some bullshit. I gotta have that unnatural battle with myself. Right, because the world has you can do this or you can do that.
But the mind, the subconscious mind, the flesh is addicted to guilt and shame. So all I'm saying is, as we release.
But how do you change the subconscious?
Boom. That's what I'm about to answer you.
Okay.
We release the guilt and the shame from the subconscious mind. Tell the subconscious mind, I release guilt and shame for doing something that I know my body wants to do. Now the scapegoat is out. Now the ego can be moved. Now you can shine light on the subconscious mind and shine light on the lower self, which says, hey, you know what the truth is? Yes, lower self, I see you. You actually like this. You actually really want to do this. So now that I see you, lower self, I'm going to give you grace, but there's no more guilt and shame. There's only accountability. There's only love. So now we have to move forward. Now we got to move forward.
I gotta give you a little bit of kickback.
Give
me
the kickback.
I agree with you.
It's what I do in life. I'm a health teacher.
You gotta mold and you gotta shape the subconscious mind through repetition, right? Through association.
Definitely.
And sometimes by shocking yourself, by not necessarily traumatizing yourself, by putting yourself in difficult situations, right? But now it's not your body that wants that food. It's those parasites that's in you that's hungering for those things.
Facts.
that genetically modified organisms, right, have fed for such a long time. So it's not the fact that you want it, it's the fact that shit that's inside of your stomach wants it, that has nothing to like when you put real food in there, they don't feed.
I hear you, Mo, but this is like
they
real,
need
bro.
trash.
I hear you, Mo.
They need trash.
So how do you overcome that?
Or they gonna die.
You create a plan.
So it's not your subconscious mind.
Let me get it.
Because your gut,
What's your plan then?
See, what they say? Listen to my gut.
I hear you.
What they say? Listen to my gut.
I'm gonna show you how to do it, Mo. You create a plan, and you step by step, you increase more of the things you know are good for you, and you step by step decrease the things you know aren't good for you, and you allow yourself to reward yourself with things that you know really aren't that good.
How is that a reward?
Because you are
How is that a
creating
reward?
because you're creating a positive relationship with eating healthier. Now over time you're going to decrease on less of those things and you're going to increase on more. Like I said, you got to have a long-term vision. This is about your overall life. That's how I've approached it, and that's what I've seen help.
I agree with you partially, but all this reward, but eating some bullshit.
I reward my body, and my body rewards me.
If I could, let me kind of just smash both concepts together until they're in alignment, because this is the real answer.
Okay,
y'all both are like the left foot arguing with the right foot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all both holding the whole square together. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, there's the reward, but the reward doesn't come before the discipline. The reward comes after the discipline.
That's what I said.
Actually, it's not. Just let me say what I'm saying. Right?
That's what I said. I said create the plan. I said create a plan
The plan
first.
isn't the discipline.
How's
Just
the
let me
plan
say
not the
what I'm saying.
discipline?
Let me say what I'm
Now,
saying,
see,
and you'll understand.
You got it. Go ahead, Mo.
I had to wait for the mic for so long.
How is creating a plan not facilitating discipline?
Hold tight, drinking tea, sip up, sip slowly too. You know what I'm saying? Listen. So check. The main thing is like in the essence of how you make that change for the habit, right? Because like you said, that the habit is really within the mind, whether it's the parasites, right? Yeah. Or whether it's just time, space. You know what I mean? They say a lot of diseases are genetic or what's the word? Hereditary, right? It's not. It's that the eating habits as well as the thinking habits which make the other bodily habits what they are those are hereditary. You know what I'm saying? You grow up seeing your moms do exactly what she grew up seeing her moms and them do, and so on and so forth. So it just goes down and trickles down. So some of these habits, just like it's written in the Bible, the Helios Biblios, the Bible, it's written that one of your sins can go as far as 7 generations. So this is something that we have to keep in mind in our acts of discipline, especially in our war. This is war. We are living in a war field. I don't care what they paint, none of this so-called material space with. You know what I mean? This is a war field. So keep the mind sharp with that and the heart even sharper, because everything is illusion. The food is illusion. Just like you said, the fact that we have to go out of our natural state to get to our natural state and still be out of our natural state in our natural state. Like, yo, bro, I've been playing bass for 20 years. There ain't nothing natural about it. You know what I'm saying? This is still war business. I still got to have a war conversation. Every time we go to a restaurant, he will vouch. Every time we go to the grocery store, he will vouch.
Is this real? Is this when was this picked? Who? It's like Mo.
The fact being,
Like, is this fresh? What's the chef's name? What's the chef's zodiac sign?
not even. I'd be like, yo,
Mo.
what oil is this cooked with?
Yeah.
Where was this grown? Was this grown in the right soil or in the wrong soil? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I want to know.
I feel you, though.
I want to know. Okay.
I feel you.
But that's the
Plant-based
thing.
fine dining
But
chef.
that's the discipline.
Islam.
You see me? That's not me wanting to be to some status. That's the discipline coming out of me. That's the discipline of me knowing that I hold the kingdom. Hold on. That's me knowing that I hold the kingdom of all the creation in this physical format. You
Facts.
feel me?
Don't leg
And that the
on
only
it.
reason that this physical format is not in a box somewhere, is running around in animated form, is because the King of Kings lives within.
Islam.
Right? And the only reason I don't know myself as that is because I'm out of my natural state.
Islam.
Means the whole work is to come to center. So I don't even remember this illusionary ego's name as Elo. All I know is myself as creation and one body and format. And I don't even know that. I just know my purpose.
Islam.
See me?
Lord.
So that's the discipline. When you go to these spots and you putting your discipline together, yeah, you gotta be compassionate with yourself. Hold tight, I'm putting the leg together. You gotta be compassionate with yourself because you don't want to be beating yourself up. You want to be like, man, I knew I shouldn't have ate that. Man, why did I eat that? You know, because your body is already doing that. Your body's like, man, why'd you eat that? I ain't feeling this, bro. Like, oh, give me a day or two. You know what I'm saying? But go through that process compassionately, like the youth is saying. When you go through that process, that strengthens the discipline because you learn how to be compassionate with yourself as well as learning your mistakes. From learning those mistakes with that compassion, now you're stronger in that bondage of being more disciplined, right? But also on your end, to balance you, that's the whole point why I be on you too with the Hood and Healthy thing. Like, I'm not knocking Hood and Healthy. Hood and Healthy is a brand, first of all. Like, everybody that's on the podcast might not know this.
It's a show, a brand,
many
lifestyle.
things, okay? Right? All right, but the main thing, I'm not knocking it as the brand. I'm saying, like, I'm like poking at you as your big brother.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, the main thing is, like, I be on you about hitting drive-through foods or just eating whatever. Because I'm like, bro, like, we do too much God body business. What you doing eating fries from Jack in the Box? Like, I'm gonna be on your head because I know you know better, and I know exactly the chemicals that they putting in that. So to always keep yourself in your master sciences, so you are on your mastery of sciences.
Islam. Now, I want to equate it to the stock market, right? There are normal losses you will incur on your journey towards making wins, right? It's all about having a high percentage. It's all about, you don't know if today is going to be the day, or if this trade is going to be a losing trade or not. It doesn't matter if this trade is a losing trade, because overall, you want to have a high percentage of winning trades. When you take a loss, you take a small loss, right? It's all psychology.
And you control the depth of that loss. there's ways
You can, yeah. So you can eat a messed up burger, but you can go put some kale on it. You can drink a gallon of water after you do it, right? There are ways, right? It's funny, but the point is you creating a positive relationship with yourself, thus releasing guilt and shame, thus encouraging you and facilitating more strength to be able to go on the long-term journey, because the shame and the guilt will keep you in a habitual cycle of doing it and feeling bad and doing it and feeling bad and doing it and feeling bad and doing it and feeling bad.
Understood. But what's the difference between doing that and then taking a vaccine and eating kale with the vaccine?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand. Yeah.
It's a quick fix. It's a short-term approach to something that's going to your life. You have to change your life, and we can't change your life overnight.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to change your life in an environment that is they spend billions of dollars on making sure you don't change your life.
Yeah.
So like just living in that truth for it's being in the human experience. Allah came like we are here in the human experience, and as much as we can do our best to not let the human experience dominate us, not let the human experience facilitate all of our decision making.
Yeah.
We are in a human experience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if we, as I've seen, like I don't even consider myself vegan no more, because I've seen the people who try to project that they are immaculate and perfect and above the human experience, and then try to shame and guilt other people for not being in the human experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then now, like you said, now we don't have compassion. I have compassion when I hear the bro say I had the Jack in the Box, the whatever. I don't have no like, oh bro, you ain't no real healthy person, right? Because I have compassion because because I understand we have the human experience. It doesn't make me have any less respect.
Yes, sir.
For anybody.
Yes, sir.
For their mistakes or for
Absolutely.
having something that we all, to some degree, even if we don't deal with food, we deal with some kind of vice. We deal with something that we know, like you said, something about a human experience we know is like, why can I overcome this?
Absolutely.
Or why this will be a part of the journey.
Yeah.
The thorn in the flesh, right? As Paul, put it, like we all have a thorn in the flesh. So beating ourselves up about it only creates a avenue for us to hide it. Mm-hmm. And then as we hide it, and then other people who are going through the same thing don't feel like they can come, like they don't feel like they feel shame and guilt as well. And then we continue to create more shame and guilt as opposed to saying, no, it's okay. I'm going through that too. Yeah. Or, hey, I know how you feel. Here goes some ideas. I know how you feel. Here goes some resources. I know how you feel. Try this.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
And both of these, so what you both are capitulating is just attitudes. And your attitude is just release of shame and guilt. Your attitude is, we doing too much God body shit. Fucking around with this bullshit.
I agree.
Both are absolutely true.
Exactly.
Right? Absolutely true. And then like when you started talking about, when you really said we doing too much God body shit, I was like, man, that's facts. And then I thought back about all the things I ate today that I shouldn't have ate, given that purpose. And then I didn't feel guilty or shamed about it. I felt responsible for not doing that shit again. So I think it's like replace the guilt and shame with responsibility and learn from your fucking mistakes.
And see, that's why I was trying to put the two legs together by what I was saying. It's like, yo, like you guys are to the same body. You know what I'm saying? But
absolutely,
this is coming together with that in one body. You know what I'm saying? Within every one body, that's the part that has to be coming together. It's like. Like I said, not too much compassion, but at the same time, not too much militance with the discipline. They have to go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like I'm much more militant, and he'll vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I drink a gallon of water a day minimum. Yeah. Like, and if I'm not, like I'm on my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be up an extra 2 hours because you for real, water, bro. You can't keep up with your water. It's like, yo, it's just higher self. Just
see, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. But that's the point of it. Like that going through your punishment, going through your shame and guilt makes you wake up the next day like, man, I don't want that whooping no more. There's no repeating process unless you're not keeping up with your own discipline.
Absolutely.
Now, if you hear higher self up in there telling you what to do and you still go ahead with convenience over conveyance, then you got to deal with that, just like we all do. And it doesn't matter whether we're talking about food, women, anything in the world, because the whole thing is it comes to the same thing. It's like I just got done breaking down to somebody, like, no matter what aspect of this craziness in the world that's going on right now we talking about, it's just the 7 deadly sins displaying itself out in different faces and costumes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's nothing more. The stuff that we got going on with our families, our women, stuff that we got going on with our catalytic converters getting ganked, and you know what I'm saying, out here, like all of this stuff, the new drugs, the fentanyl overdose, the money robbery, laundering, everything. Politicians, ain't nothing new under the sunshine anyway. So come full circle, like my man said, it's all the same thing. How much are you going to be investing on your purpose?
Yeah.
And how much of your investment will be outside of that purpose? Because hold on, I'm gonna pass you the mic right now. The thing is, we're all on some like major influence to shit.
Should have just been patient, Adam. We should have stayed patient.
Sorry. Yeah, we all lost some major influence of something. Like you said, you know, we all got weeds in our garden, and we all have to tend to our own garden, and we're the only gardeners that can garden our own garden. So that being the thing, if we gonna really be fulfilling purpose, not just to be driving on the purpose path and not really fulfill the purpose, but if we're gonna fulfill the purpose, then that discipline is a must, because that's.
So this is where I dropped T on my computer and accidentally pressed stop record. So bear with us as we come back momentarily.
Flow of it. And what is the partner of discipline? Like we said, to bring it full circle, the partner of discipline is accountability. So we cannot establish discipline if there's no one to hold accountability, right? And so a part of accountability is accepting to be able to hold accountable, and then being transparent and being honest amongst each other, to be able to now continue to facilitate establishing discipline, because you know you're not by yourself, and you know that there are people who are looking to you, and people who are watching you, and people who say, hey, I'm rooting for you. It's easier to establish discipline when there is accountability. So as we was bringing it full circle with the you know, the back to the divine feminine, that we as the masculine have to establish some accountability in order to facilitate discipline on both sides. It's when we can hold accountable, then we're also holding a mirror to ourselves. So it's a reflection. I push accountability because that is the only way I can be held accountable. It's easy to not be held accountable if I don't hold nobody else accountable. And it's easy to not be disciplined if it's easy to not ask someone to be disciplined if I'm not being held accountable, because now holding them accountable, I have to establish my own discipline on my own journey. And they have to go hand in hand. Accountability, discipline, ping ponging, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
I see you, I love you, do better. I see you, I love you, I know you can do better.
Really quick before you jump in. That's the main thing that a female wants from a man, no matter what so-called class, culture, creed, whatever, right? So in essence of that, like, that's why I was saying when it comes down to the choosing process, we don't choose anyways. We might think we do. They might let us think we do, but we don't choose. They choose. So again, choose the one that chooses you on your purpose. Because the one that chooses you on your purpose,
absolutely,
is choosing you because you on your purpose. She like you on your purpose and only want to help you on your purpose. And you be like, baby, yo, I'm really on this thing right here. Like, I need a little bit of help. If you really gonna be around me like that, she gonna be on that purpose.
Absolutely.
Like it's her purpose.
Yes, sir.
Because her purpose is now.
Yeah.
To be in your life.
Yeah.
You see me? So like, it's not time to waste time with concepts anymore. We're in a war.
Concepts like love, right?
I don't see love as a concept as much as a liberty.
Right.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
We either live in love or we play around with the concept of it.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
But love in its truest essence is just that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is life.
Facts. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I could say that.
I'm right here.
Yo, go ahead, my lord.
I forgot the point that I wanted to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just to camelback off certain things that I'm hearing, because I like to stay in the conversation. I like to think about what I'm going to say as a person is speaking, because that's not real communication. You know, communication is based upon listening, and not just listening and waiting for your turn to speak.
Facts, man.
But no, like, I mean, it's up to us. Militancy is normally a male characteristic. The more a woman becomes, disciplined in certain aspects of her life, the more masculine she becomes, right? And forgiving and being merciful, that's a feminine characteristic trait. However, there's nothing wrong with it. We've been taught that to have a certain characteristic traits make that are dominant in one sex, and you not holding that sex, is somehow something is wrong with that. But we're 80-20 anyway. 80% male, 20% female, and the female is that on the opposite spectrum. It's just when those things become unbalanced, that's when we have the issues that are going on in this world. But we're not gonna go over to that reservoir and drink from that water. But we have to establish ourselves on the highest plane of ourselves. And the only way to do that is through discipline. It's the only way for us men, in order to reach the highest part of ourselves, because what we believe that we can do is minuscule, compared to what we actually can do. Like the brother was saying, you have to find the queen, the second self of God, that's going to bring in lock. That's why the Holy Quran says that marriage is half of your faith, because this the yin and the yang. You're not one individual. You're half of a person until you meet your other half. And then see a woman is supposed to inspire you, right? So it's just like if I used to go to this park, and in this little spot in this park, it was this big valley, and I was inspired aesthetically. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote. I never released the book, but I wrote this book. Like it just poured out of me in like 2 hours. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just typing and typing and typing and typing, right? And part of it to me was because of the aesthetics. My spirit guided me, said, go back there. You got something in you, and it just came out of me, right? So a woman is the same way to a man, right? She will inspire you aesthetically. She will inspire you by seeing your weaknesses, not by nagging and trying to destroy you with your weaknesses, but saying, look, skillfully encouraging you in those areas, or even looking up information and learning things that can help you in your blind spots, and then creatively bringing them to you without telling you that you're weak in this area, by just suggesting maybe you should do this. She ain't telling you that she saw that she was weak in that area. She's saying in a way, well, maybe it things will work out even better if you do this, because she like, oh, he don't see this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now the women that we was speaking about earlier, those are the type of women that instead because women study men. When you sleeping, she looking at you, she thinking about you. She, she her whole mind will be engulfed over you, right? Yeah. So as she studies you, some women use that information, that data, that classified intel against you, right? But a real woman, that's your other half, she will use that in a way to where you become improved.
Yeah, she gonna build you. It's like OGs, pimps know that woman either gonna build you or she gonna break you. You know what I'm saying? And it's written in ancient times that man is the carpenter of God, Allah, creator, however you want to see it, write it, whatever. but woman is the carpenter of man. So you think about that next time you looking at a skirt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
how is this gonna mold my life?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, after you had some baby mama drama, that's instinctive. You know what I mean? After you get that whooping,
Get that
whooping. You get that cosmic spanking, your mind work right after that.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Straight.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
it's like that's the whole point. And it's like it's always gonna come back. For me, it's always gonna come back to the discipline, which leads to the militants, if not vice versa. For me, it's really the militants leads to my discipline, because if I don't have that militant attitude, then I will not keep up with my disciplines. And I need to keep up with my disciplines because I need to never fall short of what I actually am into this devilish illusion of what I am not. And doing things that what I am not was influenced, trained, and habitually brought up and really raised to do. We wasn't raised by the Creator. We wasn't raised by nature. We was raised by these devilish demons out here running around in flesh and outside of flesh.
Yes, sir.
Sam?
Absolutely.
So that being the facts of the environment, again, war-filled mind state. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta keep the militant discipline, because that's what it is. And just to chime in on something you said, just to clarify too, you said that the more disciplined a woman gets, the more she gets into her masculine. Is that correct?
I did say that.
Okay, I would say it's not so much the more disciplined she gets. The more disciplined she gets, she's really going to be into her feminine. But the more militant a woman gets, a woman is not to be militant. A woman is not to be thinking about protection.
That's really what I meant.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
I felt that. I just
right.
wanted to
You're
just
right.
clarify. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because the more disciplined a woman is, the more she's going to be in her divine feminine.
right.
You know
You're
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, bro.
The
She
more
has
she's
to
going to be in her
disciplined
submission.
to submit.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So, but in her militance, she's going to be learning how to be combative and learn how to use her combative nature to mastery. And they've been brought up to be combative. They're the most combative creatures on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, and that's from fruit and eating. That's from the fruit and eating. So, that being said, that's just where we at, and that's why I'm always going to bring it back to purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because your purpose is, as woman, is helpmate, right? So if I'm on my purpose, you should not be distracting me. I should have more peace. I should have more love. I should have more passion. I should have more food. I should have more inspiration. I should have more motivation. I know I wake up at 9 o'clock every day and I do more than enough work and I got extra credit. But for whatever reason, you gave me something last night that now I'm waking up at 6 in the morning and I put in the same amount of work with 3 hours extra credit. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of thing. And that's the natural essence of a woman on a man's mind and heart. You know what I'm saying? Just like you displayed the natural essence of a man on a woman's heart. Think about you all day. It's no different. We the same physical makeup. You know what I'm saying? The same physical makeup. The only thing that makes us different is literally the sex organs. So other than that, we got the same emotions. Emotions don't even come from the physical body. We feel and love the same way. And that's the thing. The woman has been dragged or has walked outside of the compassion part of the brain. No discipline to even give compassion. It's what about me time for the woman on a general thing, which makes it very hard. At the same time, very easy to find what you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? Because you know when you see what you're seeing.
Break that down.
Very hard, but very easy?
Yeah.
Okay, because now we looking at it like, okay, the 85ers is rampant, right? The 85ers is everywhere. They all on the Instagram. Okay, well,
Tinder.
Where's the chick that's not on the Instagram? Where's the chick that's not running rampant? Where's the chick that I shouldn't even be calling chick? That much easier. You see, before there wasn't no rampantness, there wasn't no fire everywhere, so nobody's painting the town red, so everybody look alike. You got to go through 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 years of drama before you figure out who you really dealing with.
Right.
Right now, you know what I mean, you got weeks to months.
Or even if she
If your
got
eyes is open, your days. You know what I mean?
even if she has an Instagram page or social media pages, you can gauge her mindset by what she posts. And even if she speaks in her posts, is even more apparent what's on her mind because those are thoughts that she's having, and if she writes underneath it, those are even better because those are things that she had to edit that. So that's
why I wouldn't trust it. That's why I said the one that don't got it, because this is all for the eyeball.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean those who know how to discern can read between the lines and know what's real and what's not. Now you can choose to go forward and deceive yourself,
right,
and say, well, no, she ain't all bad, or you know what I mean, like she lacking this area, but whatever.
I'll teach her this. I'll be the one. I'm gonna change her.
But for me, not having social media, I mean that just says that she's not looking for social gratification from people. She's not looking to put a body online to get likes and you know what I'm saying, comments, right? She can find she may or may not even be able to find confidence in her own self. I would have to have a conversation with her.
Well, I just threw that in as a penny to a pond, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a matter of like, it's showing you the factors. I just made like an example to show the made it harder but made it easier, because you got ones that like are inner space and they're working that higher self, and they're like weeding their garden. And you know what I mean? They want a man not to help them weed their garden. They trying to weed their garden so they can help a man.
Right.
Versus the ones that are like, well, I want a man, to either help me weed my garden, help me feel better about myself, or whatever. And like, if you're putting yourself out there, no matter what the post is, you're putting yourself out to the world. I don't want my woman putting herself out. I want you to come to me. You know what I'm saying? I want, like, especially if it says Islam. If I'm getting with a sister with Islam, especially if you turban the hijab, that's mine. All of it, inside and outside.
Having conversations with people online that you know nothing about. Now, I mean,
not even that far. Just baseline, just flat table, inner space, outer space. You working on higher self, or you working on making your outer self feel like your higher self?
I mean, those things can happen if a sister has social media or not. But I was watching Kevin Samuels this evening, and that's actually one of the things that he mentioned. He said, whatever woman I choose to entertain,
she don't got one.
Well, he didn't necessarily say that she didn't have it, coming into the situation, but he won't take her seriously if she won't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that he met her and she never had a social media. Is that after he met her, he told her, if you want to deal with me and want it to be serious, you got to get rid of that, because that gives her the ability to scope out and look for a backup plan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he was also saying, which is true, but this is true for men and women, but women do this a lot, more than men, right? Is they'll have somebody that they talk to that's a male that, we talk about things that I can't talk to, you know what I'm saying, with my husband or you know what I'm saying, my man. Like, huh? Men don't often do that unless they trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? Women will be like, and then when things get too deep, if y'all have a real bad argument, now this dude that you going to, you crying on his shoulder.
Your work husband.
And now, right, now you done slipped on his, you know what I'm saying, penis, because, you know what I mean, you was crying on his shoulder and you was at a vulnerable point. You know what I mean?
And your mouth just happened to slip on his pants.
Right. Yeah, right. Your panty just fell off.
Yeah, just
along
melted
with your pants.
right off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No.
It was a hot day. They just melted.
Yeah, and that's the men don't do that as much because men don't have as much control, because we'll be cool with you. And then it'll be like, damn, she too got a fat ass though. Oh my God. Like, man, I got a girl though. I got a wife. No. So it's like, why even bring that into the equation? Unless you already corrupted mentally to the point to where you already ready to cross that border.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Somebody there was a woman who had said something like, "Oh, let's like be friends." I'm like, no, that would be disingenuous. I'm too grown to play manipulative game. I'm not going to manipulate you. I'm not trying to be your friend.
Right.
So therefore, I'm not going
No,
to
sir.
pretend like I'm trying to be your friend.
No. Nah. If I'm really talking, like I'm trying to smash, bro. Like that's no, for real. Men are really trying to be friends with you. Let's be like the part of us that's trying to smash.
I'm not trying to be in
right?
your friend zone.
No, no
friends.
friends.
I'm not trying to be nice.
Yeah,
no more.
it's like why? It's
Yeah, that's a confidence crippler for men. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's just be
I'll
friends.
be real. Because I be so heavy on my purpose.
yeah.
Right.
I'm not giving a fuck about your pussy. I really I don't. If I want your pussy, it's because I see more than you. I don't like. I've never looked at a woman like, oh yeah, pussy, because I know that's me. That's my low. That's like I'm just looking at you like you just flesh. Like yo, I don't even look at avocados that way, son. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to use the skin. I know how to use the seed. I know how to use the leftover pieces with the little brown spots. Like yo, I'm gonna use the whole fucking shit. I'm a holist. I'm a naturalist.
But you do be thinking like, damn, make some good ass guacamole.
Oh yeah. I know exactly. Like, oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with them brown spots. Oh,
I'm gonna give you some tomatoes.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
look
gonna give you
it.
some
Straight
cilantro.
up.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna take them skins and rub it on my
All
yummy.
day. All day.
I'm gonna get them organic blue, you know what I'm saying, blue corn chips. Hold up.
Yeah, bro.
My point was
I've had that fantasy this week, bro. Those blue corn chips and guacamole, bro.
Fire.
Fire.
My point was just to not set a false precedent. Not even necessarily I'm trying to have intercourse out the gate. Just more so I'm gonna intentionally not create a delusion or create something that's based upon a false pretense. That's all I was saying.
I
Like
understand.
to be a friend is to be a friend. If I want to be your friend, I'm gonna be your friend. Like
You
you
make
said.
your intentions known. See,
Yes,
my thing
you get
is,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is whoever I'm dealing with knows that I'm dealing with them with the intention to get married. And if we can't go
Facts, bro.
there,
Yeah,
exactly.
then we really don't have a future. If you're outside of Islam,
There we go.
then you have to fall into the fabric.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I don't have. I'm like even when I was in my early 20s, bro. I'm like, yeah, you look good. Yeah, I talk to you because you look good. I know that thing is juicy.
But
I
that's
know,
not enough.
but that's not enough. Thank you. My
Because
baby
that's-
mama left me. She was sending me like I'm like my daddy just died. She's sending me pictures of her in lingerie. I'm like, baby, you beautiful, but we just got in a fight. Your beauty is
You
not
don't know how to
enough.
console
Looks,
me? Damn,
looks.
like, you don't-
You get what I'm saying?
Like,
I'm
yo.
like, looks ain't everything, baby girl. I need your mind.
Get over the fact that
The fact that-
died.
Absolutely.
The fact that you telling me, you sending me lingerie, and I'm telling you I need your mind. Like I need. Matter of fact, don't just come over and don't say nothing. Just be here. Your company is more than your physical makeup. You know what I'm
But
saying?
a lot of
that's the
women
thing.
today. See, when the conversation gets serious, when the conversation is about nothing and you're about nothing, and they feel like they're bringing more value to the table than you, all right, then now they feel like I'm on another level. I had a woman tell me that, oh, I'm the one I'm usually teaching the man that I'm dealing with. And I'm like, well, what type of situation is that?
And look, that's what I was going back to saying. You got the 85ers that are living outside of self. They're not worried about inner self. They're not worried about that garden that
She
has
was
them
used to
weeds.
being a
They're not
man.
worried about these habits. Most of them is though. God,
Right.
buddy, that's the whole. That's the jingle
Right.
jangle. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? All of us have gone through this thing where most of us, especially daughters, being snatched from their daddies too. You know what I'm saying? Now, those of us that was had our fathers with us, we got to see our homies and our homegirls and our girlfriends that didn't, in the way that the
Absolutely.
difference was. So we know the dynamic, and we know
Yes,
that
sir.
that's on a higher scale in statistics. You know what I mean? So just dealing with like the 85ers with the basic statistics, with the fact that it's still a war field. Like it is what it is, and we have to always come and keep that in mind, because we really fall. We be in the war field all day, and then we see girls, and we be like, oh yeah, no, it's still a war field. Yes, it's a female, but like assess the shit like you in a war field. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this could be a general right here. This could be a straight up a corporal right here. You don't know what going up this one sleeve.
Yes,
And
sir.
they sent this one in the field for a reason. Now the reason could be to love you, nourish you, hold you down, and inspire you. The reason could also be to take you out.
Yeah.
Maybe she was coming for your general, but you the stepping stone.
I'm gonna tell you, I done had situations and scenarios
Yes, sir.
in my life. Like I've dealt with women that have brought me down, and I've dealt with women that have brought me up.
Yes, sir.
And when you've experienced both, you know who you're dealing with when they come into your cipher. You know what I mean? And it's funny because the girl I was engaged to, she came and she examined my whole life. She was like, yo, why you spend money the way that you spend money? Like because I was out there selling my CDs on the streets of, you know what I'm saying, Philly. She was like, you make all this money and then by the time you get home, you be down there broke. What you need to do is you need to do this. I wound up saving I used to think like $3,000 was a lot of money in my early 20s. So I'm like, damn, she didn't took me to broke to having three bands saved up, right? I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Yeah. But the reality of the situation was this. I left her because I didn't want. I was scared of that dude.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I was scared of becoming that man. You know what I mean? And I always think, I said, damn, if I would have stuck with her,
man,
I'd probably be a millionaire today.
We'll call her
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, she married with 3 children now. You
Good
know
for
what
her.
I'm saying? You
Good
feel
for
me?
her. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
The funny thing is, she's with a man that he don't have what I had in me to bring out.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Not good for her because
Right.
she sold herself short.
Right, she
Everybody
did.
loses when one loses. That's the thing
She
about
did.
family dynamics. When
Facts,
you find your
bro.
other half,
Right.
y'all gotta be dedicated, man. Let me just say this to the camera. If you found somebody and you know that's your fight for that shit, man. Like, don't fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. Keep your heart open. Go ahead, my lord.
But you ain't. But the thing is you're not always ready. You know what I mean? Like at that point in my life, I wasn't ready for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I grew up in a house with a mother and a stepfather. Right. The reason why I never depended on a woman to take care of me is because my stepfather always paid for everything.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I never seen my mom pay one bill.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And so in my mind, I'm like, well, that ain't no man. You know what I'm saying? Leeching off of a woman, that's crazy. How could you do that? You know, but also I saw my stepfather not talk to my mom for months. I saw them living in different rooms in the same house. So for me, in my mind, I was like, yo, if I go to that level, that same thing is gonna happen to me. And I don't want that type of lifestyle. I seen that before. So I'm like, damn, you know, am I going to emulate his characteristics? So I feel where you coming from, right? And I agree with you, but I also understand.
In what context?
In the context that women have to work on themselves, but men also have similar work to do with themselves, because we don't have to submit to women, but we have to submit to God, the God in us and the God out of us, right? And when we do that, then they'll not all of them, but the right one will submit to you. You know what I mean? Because she's not submitting to you. She's submitting to the God in you, the higher self that's in you, because she can't submit to your imperfect flesh, but she can submit to the God that you have submitted to, because she can trust. We can trust the higher source, the higher power, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most glorified, the most high, but we can't trust our imperfection. So I wouldn't want her to trust that. I would want her to trust the fact that I've submitted to the higher, to God and a higher self, and I'm always going to be reaching higher. So she can depend on the fact that I'm always going higher. So if I'm always going higher and she coming with me, then she's going to elevate too.
Yes, sir.
And to chime in and piggyback on that, that's her natural state.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
That is
Absolutely.
the point
Absolutely.
of why she
Right.
is classified the
Yeah.
queen, aka helpmeet.
Yes, sir.
Period.
Yes, sir.
Because if man is on his purpose and woman is on her purpose, that's what makes it work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's nothing else. That's it. Like straight up in a nutshell, it's all about the purpose.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Right.
Yeah, and she's less of submitting to you and more to the submitting to the process of ascension. If you're on your square and you're on your purpose, because you going up, she knows she's going up too. So why would you not submit to that?
Well, they don't even see naturally. They don't even see like, we see women as flesh first. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to know their mind, and that shows us their spirit and heart. You know what I'm saying? But we see them from the outer. They see us automatically from the in and out. They see us by character and mind state. You know what I'm saying? So the natural thing that attracts a woman, and this is why we get love from every culture and creed on the planet, is because they see God.
Facts.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's their most natural state. If you living like you looking, well, man, I mean, I be getting that's why I'm telling you. I be like, no, I want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Nope. nah, I'm not like my mans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be your friend because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what you house in that temple.
Yeah.
And I'm conscious and a scientist mastery, so I know that that's a temple. You got everybody else fooled that's a body. You know what I mean? You got everybody else fooled that them is titties and ass. Like, nah, I know that's the milk factory for reproduction after the babies get here and shit. But in order to get these seeds to make them babies, it comes from magic and love of creation. Who are you again? Because the vehicle looks dope, but who's operating the
Facts.
bumper
Right.
clock?
Absolutely.
You see me?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Corvette, Ferrari, or Nissan Altima. It wouldn't matter who's driving.
Yeah.
And where you going? Because if you're going the same way I'm going, like, yo, check it. We could do something.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And we can save money on gas.
No, for real. No, facts,
up.
man.
That's
Straight up.
that's carpool, baby.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But you hit the nail on the head when you said like now that you've grown up, you're when you engaging with the female, with women, you marriage is that purpose, right?
Right.
Period.
It's not just this. The purpose ain't to smash no more. And like,
Absolutely.
and when that becomes your purpose, women who are not ready for it, they could very well make a good wife, but they have to be ready. Just like I wasn't
Yeah,
ready
that's
at
real, man. Yes, sir.
at a certain point in my life, and I ran away from it, knowing that it was really the best thing for me, but I wasn't ready to be the best version of myself.
Yes, sir.
And I had to adjust and examine me and understand that, because I didn't understand it at that point.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
How old were you?
I was about 25.
In the nation?
No,
yes, sir.
I've been in the nation for about 8. I was born Muslim.
Yes, sir.
But
Your father had his acts, right?
At a certain point,
sir.
my dad and my uncle.
Yes, sir.
And my mom, she was on the fringes, but she was, I guess, I could say yeah, but no at the same time.
Understood.
So I had to understand me, right, from a certain point of view, and understand why I had certain viewpoints. And a lot of people, they haven't done that work, and they want something, and then when that thing approaches them, they begin to understand that their inadequacies are not allowing them to accept it in its healthy form.
Yes, sir.
They can survive in the dysfunctional form of it because that's what they know: arguing, combativeness, the back and forthness. But no, somebody got to dominate, and at the point of me being dominated as the man, you lose all respect for me. Like the ministers say, you become that woman's child, and she can't respect you if you her child, because she rules over children. You rule over women and nations.
Yes, sir.
Women, nations, and beast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing is they're not to be over us. You know what I mean? Even that whole partnership thing is like, no, counterpart. You mean counterpart? Because we're not partners. You know what I mean? We're not partner on the rent. You partner on the rent? Go half. You know what I'm saying? Partner
Now,
on
you
the
want me to
movie?
pay the whole thing, but then you want to say we partners.
But nah, hey, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around too many pimps. I'm like, nah, I know the way nature works. And the fact is, when you really play that friend role, you see nature at its finest. This is why I love it, man. Like, the more I stopped chasing women for their vagina, the more women started to give me their vagina. The more I started telling women like, nah, I just want to get to know you, and just let's just be friends. The more these women was hopping over, my mama's backyard fence, and like, yo, I didn't know if you were like, you knew I was home because my course. Well, yeah, but I didn't know if you didn't get picked up. Like, bruh, like, just come in, just come in already. Women's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, they be thinking up the most treacherous stuff just to see you. You know what I mean? Just to be up in your space. So it's all revolving around us. You know what I mean? Like my man said earlier, it's really about being firm. But the thing I've learned is not so much even being firm with them.
Yeah.
Being firm with self.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm heavy on the militants. That's why I'm heavy on the discipline, because it's all going to revolve around the energy. Like you said, the attitude, I would say even more so than the attitude, is the essence.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because like I said, they see our inner space before they see our outer space.
Yeah.
We see vice versa.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of the magic of it too. You know what I mean? That's where if you got the right one, she's gonna see your imperfections and be like, look, check it out. Let me pull you to the side real quick. You know what? Instead of doing this, you should do this way because it's gonna be more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hold you down so that way, A, you're not embarrassed. B, you got the knowledge and wisdom that you just lacked and filled in that space that was incomplete. Now at least you can go ahead and work that out and put that in your discipline.
And then I could come up with you. Right? That's really what it comes down. That's the mathematics.
Well,
She's
some
making
of
her own
them, but this is the
calculation.
thing. When you playing that friend thing, I wouldn't even say playing it, but when you keep it solid and you're not just chasing them, no, they come. And my man's can vouch. They come. So that's a big t-shirt, yo.
Yes, sir.
And my man's can vouch. Yo, straight up.
Yeah.
They come. They come, they want to bring you food. They come, they want to they want to make my tire just went flat. Oh, you know what? Let me call my AAA. Like, I got AAA. Yeah, but you know what? Why don't you save yours just in case like one day you can't reach me on the phone? Like, word, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They want to do this thing. It's their most natural state.
Yes, sir.
Is to go to a man and help him with whatever he's got going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So and all these females, that's why I brought up the Instagram and the social media thing. It's like you already showing me by your works.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you post.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what caption you put underneath it or on it. None of that shit matters. The fact that you're religiously on this shit shows me your psychological habits.
Yes, sir.
And where your psyche is. And your psyche ain't on doing your inner work. Because you can't be sitting here pulling weeds and still playing with the damn weeds, making sure that they grow in the garden. Because essentially that's what social media does. It splits you. You can't be in your higher self and worried about what the world got going on and what so and so is posting and how many people like my post and let me post, like, because you're doing all this shit for the outside world.
Yes, sir.
None of it's beneficial to the community. None of it's benefiting the household. None of it's benefiting I and I.
Yeah, yes, sir.
See?
And when you desire your vagina for vagina's sake, you literally you push it away from you. You push it away from you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're telling the universe that I don't have it.
Right.
You're saying I want this because I don't have it. So the universe is like, all right, I guess that's the reality. That's the truth. You the God, you don't got it. So
Not
you
only
push
that,
it away.
but like,
yeah.
I mean, females want what they can't have more
Facts.
than they want what they know they can get easy.
Oh, facts, bro. Yeah, yes, sir.
Especially if it's like, yo, well, all you want to do is just, rub the inside of my walls and shit. Like, oh, well, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, tell a motherfucker you want to have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
And like smoothly indicate that you want to rub the inside of her walls. She'll go batshit crazy over you.
That's a game.
Just off the indications.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts, man.
But the fact that you're
Facts.
interacting with her on deeper levels than just her vagina.
Yes, sir.
She don't know what the fuck to do.
Yes, sir.
Her vagina is like, feed me. Stop talking already. Feed me, nigga. Why is there clothes on me?
That was a tactic that my uncle taught me. I don't know if he can. He never described himself as a pimp, but he called himself a Mac. But he's really a con artist. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to run game, and he used to be like, well, if you act like her vagina is not important, you know what I mean? Then she'll throw it at you. Don't. He was just like, look, don't ask him for no pussy, and then watch how they act.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She'll be like, "Oh, he's so nice. He ain't even asked this." I remember a girl being on the phone telling her friend that he's so nice. He not, because matter of fact, she came on her period at my house on my bed. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even snap on it. And I can't. He ain't even snap on me. And he ain't even asked me no pussy yet. Cause I mean, every other dude is doing that. Every other dude would have kicked her ass out as soon as she got on, period.
Yeah.
Right.
I say 90.
Right. As if it's not a natural occurrence, for her to do that. Right. She ain't know she didn't know the exact time, date, hour that it was just going, pop off.
Yeah, it just come out, bro. It's shit's crazy. It's hard to fathom. Like, it just come out.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Wait a minute. Let me.
Go on.
Yo, check this out. Check this out. I used to keep the clock on my son's mother, right? Especially after my
She know
son
the week,
came.
but she don't know the exact day.
So I'm like, yo, I would know I can't have higher intuition than the womb itself. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, okay, like, yeah, it happened last time, so probably Tuesday afternoon, evening.
It's a master science.
So
I'll
you
be
saying
gone
she
around
knew
noon.
it was
You know what I'm saying?
it was a test, and I hypothetically passed.
I don't
that
think
test.
it was a test. I'm saying that's how far out of tune our women are. Is
okay.
that they just don't even understand they self.
Right,
They ain't even on their own clock. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to vouch for Shorty just because, like, yo, she didn't know. She didn't know it was coming out. You know what I mean? She was blind as shit. She was just as blind as you was.
Right.
She thought she was coming to kick it, and she thought,
Right.
the thing is, the scary part is a lot of these females, they bank on that attitude. She probably was banking on, like, coming over, chilling with you, and you being like, yo, so let me get that pussy. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't. And then that shit happened. And now she feeling embarrassed. But the universe is giving her all the signs that you don't need to feel embarrassed. We adults, right? Okay,
Absolutely.
so why are you embarrassed? Yo, what you want to watch? What you want? You know what I mean? Now the night goes on. She don't know what to think. Now that messes with her subconscious and her heart. You know what I'm saying? Which is the same thing with not asking for pum pum period, whether the period was there or not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a bummerclot about that hole and shit. What's up with you and shit? You know what I'm saying? You want to smoke some more? What you need some water? Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Now she's wondering, what is it? What's wrong with me? How come he doesn't want my pum pum? Like, how come everybody wants my pum pum? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the neighbor next door wants my pum pum. We ain't nothing but 5 years old. Like, how come this dude don't want my pum pum?
Yeah.
I want him to want my pum pum. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like I said, they want more of what they can't have.
Absolutely.
And like, if you generally like really want, like you said, a wife, like, I've been looking for a wife since I've been 16, so I understood the game early. Like, yo, the homie will hit it and quit it. Like, if that's what you want, you just want to get your walls rubbed. Like, yo, here, I get that cucumber out the garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm rugged. But that's the thing, because they'll see the God. They'll see the God. They'll be like, oh, I know he can fuck the shit out of me. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I could if you had your mind right.
Yes, sir.
You see me?
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you always play the diamond and let them, flock around the light. Always.
Yes, sir.
He going with this big old smile. Go ahead.
Because I think this is a great place to bring it to a conclusion.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. Yeah?
He just ready to go to sleep.
Nah, we've been building. The energy is high. I feel,
You got excited. Yeah.
I think this is a great place to bring it to a conclusion.
I understand.
Yeah,
All right, I want to ask one more question
Yeah,
about something you said earlier. But
yeah.
so you said you bring a sister into the nation, into the temple, to the mosque, and for the intention of marrying her or being with her, and she don't end up riding with the program. You said that's on you, right? This is what you said.
No, her decision is not on me.
Understood.
You know what I mean? The decision to choose a woman, it's like, I mean, brother made a good point earlier about how, a woman could be in the mosque, could be in the temple, but not ready yet. She's still sculpting herself. She's still digesting the teachings and ingesting the teachings and trying to digest her old ways out of her, right? Yeah. So but I was saying that because it's like bringing somebody that's completely foreign to the training of civilization, right? That's really coming from savage ways and savage thinking and dealing with other savages and thinking that that's normal, savage being a person that's lost the knowledge of themselves and that's living the beast life, right?
Yes, sir.
And civilized is just meaning understanding the history of the human family, right?
Yes, sir.
Who we are, where we come from, which is God, right? So a person that's totally foreign from that, and you thinking that you gonna find, I mean, people have done it, but it's so rare to find a woman from outside of the covenant of Allah, right? And that's in this day and time is going to come in and actually fall in and be strong in it just as strong as you.
Yeah.
The more wise decision is to find somebody that's already in a covenant and is already in the fold, and to vet them to make sure that they don't have some of those inconsistencies that the brother was talking about,
Yes, sir.
right? That they take what we believe in just as serious as you do, and that you can build with, because they're trained. Everything that we saying our women are lacking. The women in the nation are trained to be what they lack. You know what I mean? And if she's on point, then she's gonna love doing. She's gonna love cooking. She's gonna love researching and understanding what foods are good and what foods are bad and what foods for certain situations, are relevant. She's gonna love cleaning her home. She's gonna love serving her man. She's gonna understand that she has to fall back and she shouldn't say certain things at certain times because it's going to disturb the peace in the household. That she should wait for me to calm down to even say certain things to me.
Yes,
that
sir.
as soon as I come in the door, don't bombard me with a million and one questions, and like let me chill for a second. I've been out here fighting this world war, this war with this white man. I had to put up with all his shit. I can't hear that right now.
Yes, sir.
Just give me a half an hour out, and then bring me the problem that you got in the front of your brain.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I said it's my fault, because I went the road traveled that's more than likely not going to get me to the destination I want to be.
Yeah. So you brought in someone outside the covenant, right? And
I attempted to.
Understood. Yeah, I understand. That's good, bro. That's good. Man, that's good.
I was unsuccessful.
Understood. That's good anecdotal evidence, because we all have that thought of like, oh, I could do it. I can do it. Oh, this is the one. I can do it. And you could be.
Yeah, you could be.
But statistics and mathematics say it's not going to work.
They gotta
bro.
choose.
Facts. Yeah, facts. Like they have got to choose. Facts.
You
Facts.
can't choose somebody faith in them.
Well,
Facts,
that's why I brought it to the realization that, like, no matter how they paint it, we don't choose.
Yes, sir.
They choose us. So again, quote again and again, like, the best thing you could do is to choose the one that choose you. You choose the one that choose you, she's gonna be by your side. You choose the one you want, you're gonna have in a fight.
Absolutely.
I guarantee your experience will tell you that shit.
Absolutely.
Mine still has.
Shorty,
Yeah.
shorty,
You still gotta vet the ones that present themselves as choosing you, because they could be you know what I'm saying? They could,
that was my point
it
too.
still could be opportunists. It still could be a presentation. It could,
But it's not. It don't even gotta be a picture painted the way that they think that you want it to be. They could be like so sis, she's a good woman. She's at a point in her life to where she was confused. She met me. She told me. She said she thought that this was the change that she needed in her life.
Right.
Now I made some mistakes with her. I atoned for those mistakes.
Right.
And right. She was with reading the courtship manual. She said she was with following me into Islam. And then she comes back. She doubles back and says that, oh well, I don't want to be no Muslim. I was raised Christian. I'm like, well, you don't ever go to church.
I don't ever hear you saying I just prayed. I don't hear you saying I was reading the Bible. So to me, I don't know what you're talking about. To me, it sounds like because I could rock with you on that level.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
Discipline.
right. If that's what you really
If that's what you was really doing.
Right.
That you just that's your thing or that's your thing. I love you regardless. That's your thing.
But right now you're presenting me with an argument that don't got no legs to
No
stand
back.
on it
Yes,
because you're not true to that. You're saying that as a way to tell me no,
Yeah,
and you think
man.
it's telling me no nicely, but it's really like I'm like you think I'm stupid. Just say no.
Diversion.
No.
Right, right,
Diversion of
right.
accountability. You know
Right.
what I'm
Just
saying?
say that you don't want to. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Period.
Which is okay.
Like she,
Perfectly
like,
fine.
like
It's actually
perfectly
more
fine.
acceptable.
Yeah.
right.
Ladies.
See, but she liked the idea of me. You know what I mean? She liked the idea of me outside of Islam. Oh, he, you know what I'm saying? He's intelligent. Oh, he got style. Oh, he can hold a conversation. But that's that's what I brought with me when I accepted my own and became myself.
Yes, sir.
Right? But what I became as a result of becoming myself had nothing to do with those, superficial assets. Because see, Negroes in the world, they might, in the world's mind think that, he knows how to dress. Who gives a fuck about my outer appearance? You know what I'm saying? Like that's an opinion. You feel me about how I look when I put clothes on my body, right? He can speak and he sounds smooth. Look, that's a conversational piece that could be weighted by emptiness. You know what I mean? And if you want that, then you just want somebody that's going to game your head up.
Well, my
That
thing
ain't
with those things are like, okay, like if you really listen, like that's the perfect conversation to highlight. But if you really listen to any woman, for the most part, and 85%, the things that they highlight that are their key attraction points are basic level shit. Like he can dress. Like you're supposed to have that figured out by 3. Just to let you know.
That's
Oh,
real.
he can speak. He can speak for himself. He can articulate words. Oh,
That's
yeah.
real.
I know we all from the hood, but yeah, you're supposed to have that shit worked out by 5, maybe 6. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? Whatever
Right.
else. Like I guarantee you,
Right.
it ain't nothing past fucking grade school shit, and that's the shit that makes it.
He can pay
hella,
his bills. I don't got to take care of him.
Bruh,
But
like,
that's basic.
what you're supposed to do when
Right.
you know what I mean? When you out here on your own and shit, like you gotta hold your own.
Right.
So it's
Facts,
like,
man.
yo, like that part is very, very, very beyond key. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows you the dumbing down process or effect, not even a process, the dumbing down effect, and how powerful that effect is, that our women are looking for the most basic level shit. They don't care what you invest in your money in.
But-
they just care that, he pays his
look at
own
the
bills,
quality.
girls, and he can speak and get dressed.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at the
Facts.
what's wrong with you,
quality.
woman?
Facts.
You gotta look at the quality of a lot of men. They can do those things.
No, you don't. You're making excuses for trash. Trash is trash.
No. This is what I'm saying, right? So a woman will want certain things, and then once once they get it, they realize that it's lacking character, it's lacking substance. So all right, so now you get with somebody that has these basic attributes in life, like that you mentioned, right?
Yeah, man.
And then this person has character though too.
Right. Now you don't know what to do.
Now it's intimidating
Yeah.
because now it's not just about this person, being able to articulate. He's articulating a defense against my bullshit.
Yeah, we're game stoppers, bro. We're game stoppers.
Facts.
We're game
Absolutely.
stoppers.
Right.
All day.
We go
All
out
day.
just to eat and
Right.
talk
All
shit,
day.
and
Yeah.
we bump into females that don't know what to do.
They
Just
have
in
no
a
idea
simple
what to do.
conversation. Ain't nobody asked for nobody's number.
Yeah.
They just look at us and they're like, all right, we go to the herb shop all the time. The herb shop is locked up with females, cute females, like a jewelry spot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. These girls showing them his tattoo. I got 777 too. You know what I mean? Yo, we be having a ball. It's like it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Because the whole
He's
point
like,
is
she might be one of the ones.
we be on our purpose. Hey, for real though. For real. Fishermen all day at the lake. You don't know. You know what I mean? I'm looking for fresh water things though. A lot of this shit out here is salty water fish. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, I'll be throwing it back. You know
Yo,
what
but
I
no
mean?
tilapia. Throw that tilapia
Nah,
back.
yo, keep all of that halibut, all of that bottom feed shit. You can have it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
And
man.
that's the thing. That's the 85% right here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this so-called nation, that's what we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm really looking forward to dealing with some so-called foreigners. You know what I mean? Because I really want like something that already has discipline within the backbone of them. You know what I'm saying? Versus something that has absolutely no discipline. I'm the first motherfucker to come and bring you a conversation about discipline, let alone the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby girl, we just gonna drink water and smoke tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's nothing else I can do with you. I'm not going to sit here and argue you into submission. I'm not going
Right. It ain't
to
gonna
sit
work.
here and try to hold my foot on your virtual neck or physically get nowhere with you. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to go over here and deal with Tom, Joe, and Jack over here on your 85 side of the boat.
And you gonna get the
I'm
results
going to go
that
ahead
you-
and sail on solo
Right.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. And you gonna get the results that you said that you didn't want.
Exactly.
And it seems like you do want. You know, sis told me, she said, well, you know what? I know that it might sound stupid to you, but I know that I know that it would probably be the best thing for me to do everything that you want me to do.
Bro.
Damn.
But
Damn.
but I'm just not ready for that.
Bruh.
Like, yo,
Bruh.
why you gotta be whoever
Bruh.
said you had to be ready?
Bruh.
Just put your goddamn seatbelt on,
Yeah.
get in the passenger seat,
Yeah, man.
and shut up because I'm gonna drive the car. You ain't gotta operate it.
That's right.
So I'm like, yo, like
Just keep your head on the window and enjoy the view and the ride.
Facts.
Son.
That's when I knew-
like, yo,
Enjoy
if
the
you want to
ride.
get helpful, read the Bumbleclad map. Check the compass every now and then. Make sure we in the right direction.
Facts.
Just don't fuck the show up, yo.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't
Straight
fuck the
up.
show
It's
up.
not even self-sabotage. Don't sabotage shit. Just don't stay away from fruit. If you want something to eat and shit, you come and ask me. Don't just stay away from. Don't eat shit. Don't listen to nobody and don't eat none of the shit they talking to you about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what it's gonna come back to is the same old ass trick in the book that broke up everything. So
Absolutely.
it's like when one's is already attracted to that lifestyle, you know that's the part that I said made it easier. You know what I mean? You see one's is attracted to that outward lifestyle and shit. It's like okay. I know what you're good
sir.
for and what you're not. And like maybe you can click. Maybe you bond with this person. Maybe you already been vibing and then you see they just really into the outside world. Well, fuck, shit. I got businesses. There's other levels we can bond on. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I'm not every female I come across I know ain't gonna be wife worthy or even concubine worthy or harem worthy. So if you can't fit into the bottom categories, you're not gonna get to the top. But you could be somewhere in the business category. You could be somewhere in the in the front of the business category. All different types of things. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind too. Like you bump into everybody for a reason.
But me once see for me once I look at you that way, like I was attempting to create a life with you, I can't rock with you after
I already
that.
understand.
Because my mind is like
We don't change channels like that. I already
right.
wrote the
It's
book.
just like yo, like well maybe no. I need to see what I need to do is just separate myself from you, right? And she was like, that don't sound right. Why can't we be friends? See, you want the benefits of being around me, but then you don't want to pay the price.
Yes, exactly.
No, like you know what I'm saying, you can't pay $200 to hop on a private a private jet round trip. Now you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, buy a ticket on Spirit and do that, but this ain't the Spirit Airlines. It's
like you said earlier,
it's private.
one's not doing the work, and then when they get to these things that they say they want, and they've put their little vision boards up and they get it, they don't know how to act. But even like to like weave another thread in with that, it's like, let's say one's don't do no work, right?
Yeah.
And they come across the thing that they say they want. It's like they will run from it because they know they don't deserve it. too.
Nah, that's
You
real.
see me? So it's like it's like they do their own shame. They'll put themselves in punishment. Like, you know what? No, like I know I'll fuck this shit up.
Yeah.
Like it's no point in me starting this.
absolutely.
You know, and it's crazy the way a woman's psyche really operates. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said you find the one that wants you. You rock with the one that wants you, and you're going to go further than you trying to rock with the one that you want, because the one that wants you is going to be willing off bat to submit. So it ain't going to be pulling teeth to get one to jump into the discipline that you on, because she already like you because whatever you on. So when she want to hang around you, she want to hang around you for whatever you on. She want to go with you to the mosque. She want to see what you over there doing at the mosque. She want to read what you reading at the mosque. She want to be with you at the temple. She want to smoke when you smoke. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you going to drink water right now? I want to drink my water too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's real.
And I don't know if y'all ever seen this, but like I've been like on first meetings, not even first dates with females.
Yeah.
And like I do the water thing, like because I drink a gallon a day, right? So
Yeah.
I'm always drinking water. But you do this with women. When you chilling around a woman, I want you to like pick up your cup and like maybe don't even drink. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just put it to your lips, act like you're drinking.
Yeah.
And see how much you pick up her shit.
Damn.
Because it's like it'll be a subconscious thing. They really on you.
That's crazy.
They naturally gonna do what you
They
do.
follow. Yeah, they
That
follow.
part.
Absolutely, bro.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So the science is magnetic, and it's like I said, it's natural.
That's right.
But the whole thing is like being on our purpose, because being on our purpose puts them in their natural state.
Yes, sir.
Which rebalances the whole thing. You know what I mean? So that's why I wouldn't let you like really throw it all on yourself or on men, you know what I mean? Because it is all on her choice. So it's her loss. But like I said as well, full circle.
I understand both sides.
We all lose.
Sides of it, but
You know what I'm saying?
See, I always weigh on the side that I can control. I can control me.
Yes, sir.
I can't control what women do, and I know that the radical change that needs to happen in the black community is not going to happen from the feminine side. It's going to happen from the male side, because women are going to follow, you know, a man, whether that man is black, whether he's white, whatever he is. They follow power. Women like men that have power, and it's just that they want a powerful man, and you know, so we have to measure up and then measure higher, because there are children. If men dominate and black men are the most dominant in every other field and endeavor in life that engages in physical activity, then that's intelligence, right? Because the body itself has intelligence. That's why they say you got muscle memory. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I forget the part of your brain that holds that. But anyway, right? You know, so we have to understand
Limbic system you talking about?
Huh?
The limbic system you talking about?
No, not the limbic system. It's I forget. In Latin it means
Hypothalamus,
little brain.
medulla.
No, it's the
brain inside the brain you talking about?
right. It's
Gotcha.
Right. I cannot remember that part. I used to know it.
That's why I just used the brain inside the brain, because like I was just reading on something today.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like it's a long word.
Oh, let me see.
The cerebral cortex.
No, the cerebral cortex is the prefrontal lobe.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cerebellum.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
the cerebellum.
Did I say the cerebellum?
No, you
Oh, I
didn't.
said hypothalamus. Go ahead.
Right. The cerebellum is the part of the brain that houses physical intelligence, and this is why once you do something, it's always like it's like clicked in there. You know, if you do it a whole lot and then you stop doing it, it'll atrophy, and then once you start doing it consistently for a few days or for a week or a month, you pop right back into it, because it never really loses itself. It just needs to be reworked out, and that itself is intelligence. And the reason why I say that is because
there's this thing that Asians are the most intelligent and white people the most. It's bullshit, because whatever you can do physically is a sign of what you could do mentally. And if we can't be stopped on the basketball court, in the football field, or whatever physical endeavor, you know what I'm saying, that we
Yes, sir.
engage in, then we can't be stopped mentally. So it's up to us. If it's in a woman's nature to bow down to the power of a man, for it to make her moist, for it to turn her on, right? Then we have to activate that inside of them, right? By us gaining that power and taking our righteous place on this planet, which is the rulers, like you said, is on us. You said earlier, it's on us.
Thanks.
It's on us to activate. It's on us to ascend to the highest level that we belong in. The Bible, it says that the head will become the tail, and the tail will become the head. And then it says that those will reverse back to its natural order in the so-called end days, right? The end days of the white man, which we're in that time.
Yes, sir.
Where his world is falling. And the only reason why it's taking so long, because it's taking us so long.
Yes, sir.
We sit back and we don't understand the time. By the time surely man is at loss, except those who believe and do good and exhort one another to truth and exhort one another to patience. What the reality is, and the truth of the situation is that we are the dominant, we are the apex, we are God.
Yes, sir.
And look, on that note, as my man said it probably about 45 minutes ago, I think that's a good way
Yeah,
to
that's a
end
good
the
way to
show.
stop.
But
Yeah.
I got to drop this last feather on
Yes, sir.
the bird, so we can call this a wing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The truest form of that is that, like, yes, it's not a matter of us having to step up. Man has stepped up a long time ago. It's a matter of us. Let me rearrange that. It's not a matter of us stepping up to be men. We've done that. We've been done that. You know what I'm saying?
It's to be God.
It's to be God. It's not that a man in a position of power or in his powerful state is attractive and moist to a moistening to a woman. It's that the God coming oozing out of the essence of man. When there's that connection, when there is that connectivity, that plug is in.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? That nothing devils move out the way.
get
Ocean's
up-
part.
yeah, no,
this is the part. So it's like it's not up to us to do anything more than our fucking purpose.
Facts, bro.
And let the oceans part.
Facts.
By the nature of that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's-
Facts.
The woman has to do her work though.
Yes, sir. Right.
This is the thing. It doesn't take
right.
away from
You're
it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure that the gods know that it's about coming into the purpose and into the godliness with that purpose, not just goofing off and saying, "Oh, I started a business for the neighborhood. I'm on my purpose." No, that's helpful. That's helpful. Cosmically, what the fuck you doing though? You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Because like
man.
you a star right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody told you got a soul. You should be a soul. You are a soul. The soul's a star. Star's a soul. You know what I'm saying? Use a ball of light right
Facts.
now in a bag of flesh. You probably ain't even in a bag of flesh. We only use 5% of our brain, so we only seeing 5% of reality right now. So I don't even know what I'm really looking at, but
Facts.
I know you a
Facts.
fucking star regardless of what it looks like. So check this out. What the fuck you doing with your soul right now?
It's a good
And
question.
on that
brother.
note,
Yes, sir. Yeah. And
Islamism.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But I want to really highlight what you said earlier about women. Their nature is to help, and when they're fighting that urge and that nature, they're fighting themselves and ultimately their own happiness. And this is why they're in the predicament they're in, where they're ultimately unsatisfied, chasing material trappings of this bullshit world. Right. So definitely. Yeah, when you said that was the realest shit ever. And also, yeah, next week we got to talk. You said some slick shit about parasites and how that's not really you. That's the parasites telling you what to fucking grab. That's real, bro. That's super real.
Yeah.
So we get that next time.
extra. Y'all tune in because that parasite info is
Absolutely.
is laser sharp, y'all. And
Yeah.
I have much info on that one.
Oh
too,
yeah,
you
bro.
know.
Yeah, and I've had
Super.
hands-on experience dealing with it right now, bro. Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's real, bro.
Depending on what you're dealing with, let me know. You know, I tell
Yes,
you how
sir.
to expunge and
Yes, sir.
and exit those things out of your life, out of your intestine.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
it's funny how they call the intestine. It used to be intestinal path. They changed it to intestinal tract.
Huh.
Around the same time, 1920s, 1930s, 40s, where they started using all of the mystic and esoteric terms like life path.
Yeah.
Stay on your path.
Understood.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Shit is real.
Close it out, bro.
Spiritual warfare.
Yes, sir. Run it back. Let's go.
All right, brothers. Position of prayer. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge in Allah against the accursed Satan. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise are due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone do we beseech for help. Guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who gone astray after hearing thy teachings. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of the dawn, from the evil of that which he has created, and from the evil of intense darkness when it comes, and from the evil of those who cast evil suggestions and firm resolutions, and from the evil of the envier when he envies. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, to whom praise are due forever. I further bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant, the exalted Christ, and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the divine representative, Messiah, and warner to the nations of the earth. Ameen.
Ameen.